They have a very single target type of lineup, you know, Bad Rider, Lasso. And I think Bad Rider is a little more addressed this game than he was last game. There's a Moonlight Shadow that keeps people like hidden, higher movement speed. Again, you have the Curse, but most importantly, I think the snakes from Venomancer, they're actually very annoying to play against. Like when you scout out the Bad Rider, you cancel his Blink Dagger and so on. Though I must say, Venomancer always puts me on like a 50-50, you know? I like it a lot with their heroes, but the hero in general is just really hard to make work right now.
I agree with you, but isn't this the ideal lineup for Veno, where you have a win condition that's so unaddressed that all you have to do is win the early mid game, and then you don't have to do anything else as the hero? Right? PL will carry you in the late game. It seems like a pretty good Veno.
I would tend to agree. Like your lineup kind of plays the way you want. I think all these heroes like these long fights, like high range, Arctic burns, Veno wards, as we touch on with the PL, as we have Mr. Palos doing some James Bond stuff, hiding here for now. I want to see what happens here.
Yeah, let's see if he gets found here. I'm not really sure what the... Maybe they're going to start on Palos. Everyone else in Fnatic is just leaving. They're not aware, man. They are not aware that Palos is
I didn't see the smoke, like it basically timed out, right? By the time they got here. Like it didn't break. Okay. Because that would have been funny.
They don't know. Okay, Fnatic.
On the ward.
They're getting in position. We have a tree throw on DJ. We have nothing on John Elias yet. They just want to make sure Palos can get away. Oh, there you go, Palos. He did not get the rune, though. Tibbs was faster, but Tibbs will die for this. So, you know, first blood given to the Enchantress. Not that bad, all things considered for Fnatic. Palos could not click fast enough, though, unfortunately.
Unlucky. It's still pretty good. I think Palos is going to get some calls from the FBI, being some undercover agent. So it's a pretty nice first blood setup here. I like it.
Yeah, and Palos making out here alive. You know, the hardest part of this crazy play. Let's look at some of the lanes here. You know, you talked about Bad Rider being a little bit more answered this game. In the lane, can they have anything this lane, or is the Bad Rider just kind of useless here? Because against PL and Enchantress doesn't seem like an easy lane.
I actually think the Bad Rider should be okay, so they're gonna put the Winter bottom. I think the Tiny is just like one of the best fours, as Mr. Tim's got caught out top again. Maybe he wanted to go for some wave pulling thing. Probably got caught out by a lot of right clicks, slows.
It was just meld into right clicks, and it was easy.
Yeah, I see. Meld is just a pretty damn strong spell early on. I think, to go back to the Bad Rider, I think he's gonna be okay. It's gonna have a lot to do with how the early waves go, but I think Tiny is just one of the best heroes at getting you through it. And our PL is not really the type of hero that threatens you too much in terms of killing. He's gonna farm, you should be looking to farm, and it just becomes like a trade farm battle until you both get like level 5, 6, and then Bad Rider actually starts getting stronger in that lane.
Oh, okay. And then that gives option for DJ to also rotate, I presume, right? As Tiny likes to do. And do
definitely. They could even look. They can look for kills in this lane, but I think most importantly, Tiny might look for one play into mid. And I think when the game speeds up the most is when Armel is gonna get his travels. That's how the Coddle likes to play his lineup, right? He doesn't want these Razors and Vipers in the offlane. He would rather have like either the heroes that can stun, or I mean, I guess Bad Rider falls in that category, right? He can run in, lasso, slow people. So I think this boost of travel timing is going to be very crucial for them in this game.
Okay, we'll see how that works out. Tiny definitely fulfills that role, right? Of running in and stunning, so
absolutely.
He can use the Coddle. How cancelled do you think the Tiny's going to be when he gets his Blink Dagger by the Venomancer? Like you mentioned Veno versus Bat, but do you think Tiny's going to be able to play freely? Or is he also going to have...
No, I think they're going to struggle. They're going to need to help each other, that at least one of them can start the fight for the other to make it then easier later on for the other hero.
As we see, they're starting a fight here onto Scam. 3 stacks of Napalm, and Jabs just goes for this. He was used to playing the Pudge, now he's not quite as tanky, but he still deals much damage. So he's going to kill Scam, and Jab says, Jackie, you want to fight me? Yeah, Jackie thinks twice about that.
Yeah, nice. Pretty nice play by them, actually, here. They're both just level 2. There's a tree grab level 1, I think, that people have started doing. I don't know if the people did it already at the Riyadh Masters. I think maybe Jinkyu made it popular there. Or at the major, but the tree grab level 1 is really strong, especially when you consider that Bad Rider is just quite a dog shit hero level 1, really. So when you have this Tiny who's like really being this tanky boss next to you, maybe, you know, squeezing in some denies, helping you to get some last hits. Like even if the Tiny gets the last hit, all you care about on Bad early on is the XP, which is what they're getting. So I think Fnatic right now, they should be pretty happy with how this lane is progressing.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen this. I did see it, I think, once or twice on Riyadh, but I've also been very impressed with the Tinys because it gives you actual laning, right, in the first levels, as opposed to just Avatos and hope that you can kill someone.
Yeah, exactly. It gives you like a new option, and I think this is Dota is definitely evolving, where people they start buying items and they start playing heroes in ways where you're not just locked into one way of playing the game. Like, your Tiny is not just your herb derp, I go pull a wave, I go gank mid. You know, like this way he slaps some pulse 5s real bad. Like this Winter Wyvern, bro, you have 49 damage. This Tiny is literally hitting you with a double damage rune level 1.
That's Jabs committing suicide purposefully, of course, to get back home in time. So don't worry about this. But now DJ has been left alone, so maybe Boom could look to pawn... No, they have nothing there. Let's talk about the mid lane matchup as well. Is Kunkka one of the heroes that can deal with Coddle mid and is fun laning stage?
Oh, we see it right here with an X arrow.
Well, it does work that way, right? That's a way to punish him. They Splinter Blast. They need a little bit more damage from Tidebringer, but that splash didn't actually get to Armel, as Yopaj is going to be illuminated.
Run!
Not illuminated enough. They have a toss back from DJ, however. Send him back to Armel, who goes near the tower. Skim has a Splinter Blast, but no targets to blast nearby. Illuminate will hit him head on, and Scam will just die here to the auto attacks from John as Tims also misses the arrow, and Fnatic loses that time to punish him.
I love the 3-on-3 mid-meta that these guys have going on. I think it's becoming more and more normal where maybe not this early, you know, like 4 minutes you have everyone in their whole family is in the mid lane battling it out. But around like minute 5, 5:30, minute 6, it's becoming more and more popular, right, to move your heroes here, come and contest the rune. To go back to the point about Kunkka, I think it's not a hero we've seen that often versus Coddle, but just from thinking about it, it should make a lot of sense. If you do catch him with X, he is likely dead, right? That's what Coddle struggles against. If he does ever get caught, he's in a bit of trouble. He's very high movement speed, so it's not easy as mid lane. Armel is
yeah, it's Buddy Light,
getting the kill here.
Nice job. Couldn't X marks a spot in time.
And Armel is beasting right now, a little bit.
Yes. Both games, he's done a fantastic job. Jabs can rest easy now. I've seen the Kunkka as an answer to Coddle in EU, by the way. That's where I first saw it. No one was doing it a fair amount. And it did seem pretty fair with the... You know, you heal with X and TP, and you, like, de-push lane.
I feel like it should be pretty good, but I think maybe... Oh, Palos top lane.
He melded in front of an arrow, and FBZ's like, nah, mate, refraction is nothing to me. However, FBZ is a Venomancer, so he's kind of slow, but luckily he de-aggroes the tower and he's going to be fine. Bottom lane is where the fight's happening.
Bottom.
Yeah, Jackie, he has 5 stacks of Napalm now. An extra stack from Jabs as he used the spell a bit too early. There's the Flame Break on top of that. Illuminate's ready for him, and he can't doppelganger this one away, so Armel will get another kill. Beast mode, Armel.
Yeah, this is, as we touched on a bit earlier, the Coddle travels timing is a little bit scary. And then when he ends up getting not only free farm mid, but kills, and it amplifies his timing by like, let's say 30 seconds, 1 minute, you're gonna get a kill like this as they are. So I think both teams actually for now playing very well. The way they're rotating their heroes, I like it. It's so far a very fast-paced game. Boom in the top lane too, right? They get the kill on Palos, they get a bit of tower damage on the top lane, which is definitely what they need. They need FBZ to counteract this early pressure a little bit, you know, maybe try to apply as much top as he can, maybe rotate some heroes around, because already...
Armel is back, and he's back again, this time in the top lane, making sure FBZ gets hit by the blast, saving that blinding light till the end.
I think this is a really beautiful rotation, what they did. Not just to bring the Coddle top, but to put the TA into the mid lane. This is something that you see Team Spirit do a lot, or LGD. When the carry has a hard time, I mean, they will either fall back to the jungle, but usually the best thing you can do, if you have a mid that can rotate, is to put the mid laner out of his lane and put the carry there. Because it's just very easy, right? The mid laners will always push in the lane, so we have a little smoke.
Yeah, we're doing Yopaj is hoping to use his arrow combo to finish off DJ. However, Tiny is a little bit too tanky. They commit to this with a Torrent plus Ghost Ship, trying to maximize that stun time. DJ did tank a lot of damage, though. Finally finished top of that Tidebringer. Luckily, no armor, so that was the only way they could kill him. But Palos has joined in, and they're trying to sandwich the enemy team, flanking them with John Well as well. They have a War Stomp here on the creep. As the X marks the spot, stops Palos. There's the arrow that's going to hit him, and Palos could now be in trouble. Venom's Gale hits him, and that is going to be enough damage to finish him off as John Well is forced to TP home. So, boom. They read the fight better, they rotate the Venomancer, and them getting an extra kill because of it.
Yeah, well done by them to just like connect the right heroes, right? You have the Kunkka with the Marana, it's why they play these heroes together. X mark, arrow, lots of damage. Nice try by DJ to toss away the Kunkka, but he finds the right angle on the splash. And I think if you're Fnatic, if you want to answer these plays, you need to do something similar to what Fnatic is doing, which is where you pair your strong heroes together that want to play together right now, which is the Tiny and the Coddle, right? That's what we saw in the top lane even. DJ TP's top to set up Armel to come there with the travels when they got the kill earlier, as we have another go on mid with the X mark.
Yeah, and they find Palos. The arrow once again hits the target, and that's a dead TA. DJ, I don't know what your plan is here. Seemed to want to toss back, realized that was not the best of plays, so DJ just runs away. As Fnatic, they all congregate mid, but to achieve nothing.
And am I cursing these players? I'm saying, oh yeah, him going mid is so great. Now he dies twice. I think he needs to play a little more conservative. Like how Kunkka's gonna play the mid lane, right? He's gonna run up, he's gonna splash the wave, and then when the wave comes to your tower, then you can try to go for the creeps. But Boom execute their combo beautifully, right? You have the X mark Torrent. Torrent breaks all of the refraction charges. In comes the arrow, in comes the boat, and TA is just gonna get slapped. And he's gonna die every time right now where they catch him with this combo. So he needs to be very careful when these heroes are not showing on the map.
As Boom shows up once again as the top lane, this time Armel has the 1 point of Solar Bind. Could punish Tims here if they just have a little more help. They get rid of the ward for now, but Tims still has the leap charges, Skem as well with the Arctic Burn. They'll all run away. Fnatic, not really sure what they want to do with their time. Like, Palos just wants to find a safe space to farm.
Yeah, I think if you're Fnatic, I wonder if they would want to defend this top tower. It looks like that, judging from their movement, they will not. I mean, Boom, at this point, Boom is very well set up, right? They have a couple of heroes here. Sure. You have the Venom ward, so it's becoming pretty hard. They're going to look to trade it for some mid-tower damage, maybe an active rune. I think what Fnatic should be looking to do at this point is, I think this Tiny should not be looking to too many creeps. Oh, mid lane.
Junwell tried to block the arrow, but it was too late. Now the ghost ship hits the old man, and Armel is torn down here. I don't know, man. This combo seems unstoppable, and they're not respecting it enough.
Is definitely having a very nice, I wouldn't call it comeback, but you know, he was not very phased by maybe the early game or getting killed by the Kodo. They're doing very well right now. I mean, it's something that they're very known for, right? The Kunkka, Mirana, like lots of stuns, rotations, lining up all the spells properly, and you can tell why.
No, yeah, it's working great. And now if you're Fnatic, how do you stem off the bleeding? Like, what's the play here to make sure you don't keep dying to this combo? You can force your own plays.
I think ideally you have the Eng body in a very aggressive positions where it's kind of him who has to take the play as Boom, Moonlight Shadow. They're gonna look to set up something.
And they fight. Yeah, they see DJ first. Tim's like, all right, guys, DJ's here. Check. But mid lane is where the target is. And it's once again Palos. Palos, you seem lost. Where are you going, buddy? Slowed forever. Poison on poison on poison. And Palos is dead. But the counter initiation might still bear them some fruit as they go for FBZ. Miss the Illuminate. And that means FBZ will live for sure. Now finds Skem, who does get the Winter's Curse off, but does still get hit by the Illuminate. Jabs might not need to use the lasso here, just auto attacks will do the trick. But it's still a carry for a support, not the ideal trade for a Fnatic.
I feel like we've seen this before. Bad Rider runs in, gets cursed. It's like the story of the last game. But I would like to point out what Boom did there. It was very beautiful. You have the Mirana bottom, he's in Moonlight, he like gives all the information, and then mid, the way they got this kill on the TA, again, is actually a masterclass of how you can get a kill freely without putting yourself in too much danger. X mark Torrent, full range, Venomancer Gale, full range, Arrow as top. We have FBZ, maybe a little too far up here.
Yes, he is not full range this time, and they're up close and personal, capable of finishing him off.
It looks like he did get to finish the Vessel before he died. Yep, he has it on his courier. So both teams are getting closer to a lot of timings. You have PL, he's starting to get his Diffusal Blade finished. Yopaj trying to work on a BKB. He's getting poked a bit bottom, but he should be okay here, I think, unless he oversteps too hard. You have... Oh, mid lane. Too many goals. Actually, too hard to talk about the game.
Oh no, Skem, he's done. He's done. No chance. Yeah, you have a chance to talk about the game. Skem died quickly.
Here we go. So we have Vessel on both teams. So both the Veno is he wants to play aggressive. Kala wants to play aggressive. Jabs finish his Boots of Travel. Tiny, he kind of has what he needs. We've seen Jin-Q do this a lot with like the phase boots. Like maybe it's too hard for you to get your blink, so you get something like in between that makes you a little more tanky, but also ups your move speed. So I like this phase boots quite a lot, especially against the Venomancer wards and all these slows to maneuver through. So we're actually going to see a lot of fights around this map, and I think for Fnatic, it's important that they either body for the TA or that they create chaos. Either way, the purpose of these two things is to make sure that this guy gets to hit creeps, because we need the TA to scale right now.
Exactly, and Boom does not want her to scale, which is why they're smoking directly into her face. The scan attacks them though, and Palos is capable of making it out of here with a TP.
Nice job.
Well done. And now this gank fails, so that's a smoke and a Moonlight Shadow expended. Oh, in fact, Fnatic wants to double punish. They want to go for their own smoke. This one is a little bit rougher, but let's see if they can. They have a whirlwind
peek near trap.
them. They now are flanking Fnatic. Fnatic is coming at them head on. In Death of his Takunka with the Spirit Vessel, they have enough damage to kill him off. Certainly, Yopaj, wow! That was no chance for him. X marks the spot, won't do anything as Armel gets out of here alive.
Yeah, the Caudal Vessel plus the increased magic damage from the Solar Bind is...
It's stupid.
It's just too much for heroes to handle. Like, even in this early game, if you have like a hood or a cloak, if this dude gets to run at you for more than like 5 seconds, you will die. Also, something I'd like to mention is that Jabs went for the Boost of Travel build, as we have double travels on top right now.
Yes, the Travelers coming in, hoping to pick off Jackie's kill. Lasso at the same time as the arrow hits, so Jackie won't be pushed back too far, but the Vessel should finish him off with one last Illuminate. Armel get another kill. In the mid lane, though, the fight continues, and FBZ is the one who's just got finished off thanks to Januel's help with the Whirlwind. But now, he might pay for it. No, he does not. Yopaj is done.
Okay, game is taking up a lot of pace. Armel is definitely, you know, setting his team up for success right now with how fast he's playing. What I wanted to talk about earlier is that we have Boots of Travel on 2 of the heroes, which obviously makes them very mobile, but they also have an Engie in their lineup, so they always have a neutral creep that they can TP to. Like, Jabs right now has the freedom to keep playing very freely up top, farm the top jungle, and for instance, when they went on the Kunkka bottom earlier, he always had the option to join them, but he saw that, okay, I don't need to, I can keep farming, keep scaling, and because he didn't leave the top area, that then half a minute later actually set up the Caudal to then come to him, and then they got the kill on the PL. So I think the way that they're maneuvering around the map and using the heroes is very beautiful.
Well, that's very clever, so it allows you to play like a Spectre or Dawnbreaker usually would when it comes to
Mr.
farming, right?
Boom, they want to really force this mid tower, and it looks like Fnatic will hand it to them for now.
They hit a tower here from the side. Is going to be Boom Esports, who just tries to take easy objective. Fnatic can't really overcommit here because the X plus the Torrent combo. Oh, actually, the Torrent hits and the X does too, which means they can set up for Arrow, but instead of with the Ghost Ship, that's Armel dead.
Fall here.
Well done, using the Torrent actually for vision and still hitting him.
Bolt combo in his face. Just gonna keep invading, they're gonna run around. So Boom definitely picking up some pace here. Also now with the Moonlight Shadow, just gonna take over around the map.
Next target's gonna be DJ.
Trying to get more. They're gonna catch DJ with the X mark.
DJ gonna get hit by the arrow once again.
Of course it's gonna hit. They will
have a BKB.
never miss the combo. Will it be enough damage?
Also available. DJ trying to run away, but unfortunately there's too many here surrounding him. So he's gonna get killed too.
As it looks like maybe Avo has pieced out from the cast right now. But that's okay. Play-by-play monster me will take over. Don't worry, guys. So we have Yopaj. He's going to have his BKB completed now. Both teams, once again, we have a lot of timings shaping up for the teams. Paolo's going to have to be careful. So now we're around like the 16, 17, 18 minute mark where people start getting their items. Roshan is going to be one of the next things for sure here on the menu, right? You have your Dragonlance Desolator TA. He's going to try to look to take over the area. Bad Rider also very strong here around the pit. Same with Venomancer. So I think right now, as we have another go on... Never mind, we don't. Just debating the Observer a little bit. Top lane, scan, hits, but everyone is already getting out. Game is slowing down a bit because even though people are hitting their timings, we have Armel, the Caudal, who's very close to his BKB. We have Jabs, who isn't as close, but they're stacking up for him right now. So I think even though Fnatic have the chance to potentially go for a Roche kill here with the Deso, what they're doing right now, I think, is very good. Boom can't really force too many issues right now, right? Their tower damage is somewhat mediocre. Their Roshan taking isn't really there at all. It will take forever. So in the meantime, what they're going to do, even though they're strong right now, they're going to work towards the next timing. Maybe a double BKB, see if Palos can get closer to his, because the Boom's lineup, they don't really have much going against BKBs, especially when the BKBs are on high duration, right? The way Boom want to play team fights, as we stated earlier in the game, are very long duration fights. Lots of Venom Wards, Torrent, X-Mark, Spirit Lances. As we have a smoke on smoke for now. Let's see who runs into who first. Looks like Boom know that not too much is going to happen around Roche, which is why they want to punish someone in the dire triangle. Whereas Fnatic, it looks like they're more so afraid that maybe their Bad Rider was getting ganked top and that Boom were playing in their jungle. So both teams kind of just swapping sides completely now. Fnatic scanned the Roche, it hits, but it was just Mr. Jackboys running across. So they're not really roaching. So right now, game definitely slowing down a bit. We have FBZ who's saving a lot of gold. He's gonna get caught. He's on top of a TA trap. Nice toss in onto Armel. Moonlight Shadow comes out. Careful about the curse. Scam is around. He's looking. FBZ. It's a okay curse. Nothing too crazy, but it gives enough time for people to come over. Tim's follow-up arrow. Force Staff comes back out. As Januel is just pumping out the damage with the impetus. Scam gonna get caught to the side. Tim's is gonna get caught. And he's godlike on Ench. Yo, this boy is slapping. Oh, no worries. I had to bust out my secret talent play-by-play.
I knew. Oh, look, Jabs is actually going to get caught here again as well.
Man.
But okay, he gets the high five as well. He knew the whole time Yopaj couldn't get him with a Torrent Ghost Ship combo. And yeah, Fnatic is looking good.
PL. How the hell did he do that?
I'm not sure. Jabs has been Chads this whole series, honestly.
Chads, I like it. Palost, Chads, what else we got?
Yeah, no, I'm giving Lacoste one for his money, really. Yopaj,
there you are.
He has the X marks the spot, but unfortunately, Palos has the little trap there to save him. Yeah, I mean, what is Boom to do to make sure they can get back into this game and use the PL effectively? Like, they're 6k behind. But when is this window close for them?
I think Boom, since it's not easy for Boom to force Roshan or really get into a tier 2 tower. And when you have these lineups that want to quote-unquote play long fights, you want to play in open areas. Like, you want a fight in a jungle. You don't want to fight next to a tower, because then it's kind of hard to chase. Ideally for them, they want to smoke into Fnatic, where it isn't too deep, but where they're also connected at the same time, so that they can help each other. Like, in the fight that they had mid, it's very hard. Like, the PL never got to connect. That's mid. We have another go. Jabs has BKB now, so
he's ignoring everything. Yeah, goodbye to FBZ. Scam is also being burnt up here. Scam is sticking napalm, starting to stick to his skin and illuminates. They don't even bother to commit. It's almost like they're poking him to death. Yopaj, he just wants to retreat now. Jackie at least gets caught with a solar bind, but we have a doppelganger to dispel
Run, my friend, please.
Palos is chasing after him, but Jackie manages to make down the stairs. However, another solar bind with the vessel. No time for him to doppel. 2 more seconds he needed, but they won't even give him that.
Yeah, I think these BKBs are just really hard for them to deal with. You saw FBZ. He's actually been holding onto a lot of gold for a long time. He had like 2k gold, and when he died now he had 3k gold, as we have Jabs getting caught mid without his BKB.
No BKB, and that's probably a death for Jabs. So at least a small recovery for Boom.
You need to punish this man. Stop his chadness. Show him where he's at.
Exactly. Look, because of his overconfidence, they might be able to interrupt the Roshan. Nope, a little bit too late. And in fact, the guys who get interrupted is the Winter Wyvern. Scam could be in trouble. Scam immediately using the Cold Embrace, but they have enough magic damage to bring him down. And there's going to be no Winter's Curse this fight, as DJ barely surviving, TPing back home. They can't let him have that, right? DJ just goes back. He's the second Chad in this team. As Palos, X marks the spot. He can't chase after them. Januel will do the trick instead. FBZ gets solar bound. Illuminate on top of this. That's going to kill off FBZ. Jackie going for Januel, but Januel's a little bit too tanky. The Enchantress is putting up a good fight and making sure to survive, turning into a pig towards the end. The Torrent actually avoided thanks to the pig pull, but finally, that Spirit Lance will finish him off as Jackie avoids the fight and gets the kill on the support.
Very long fights for now, but you can still see the amount of range that Fnatic have in their heroes. It just allows them to play so nicely without really ever committing. And their BKBs right now are really, I would say, not maybe the saving grace, but it makes the team fighting for them so much easier. As we have a DD up top, might have... Actually, they don't have a bottle, do they? No, so they're just going to hand it to their TA later. They also have the tiny blink finish, so I think the fights are somewhat straightforward for Fnatic to play. You're just going to have the Bad Rider running in, as they do see Scam in the triangle on a trap. Not sure if they would look to engage here. It's quite deep. Palos is fishing with his little DD rune.
Armel gets torrented. There's the arrow that hits Armel, so Armel, you will be fine for now, because Jabs is just taking on the mantle of the Initiator. Flame Break first into Lasso, maximizing his damage with a Solar Bind in the middle of the firefight. Yopaj has no BKB, so he's going to die 4 seconds away from having that golden immunity. And the one who has the BKB instead is Palos, who uses it to disengage here. Still has the Aegis, but doesn't want to die, you know, running 1v5.
Yeah, it's very hard right now for, I think, Boom to get out of this, I don't know, it's called a sticky situation. I think their map
sticky napalm situation.
Yeah, it's real, like their map is getting very shut down right now. Like this Ench, I don't know if you saw earlier, but this guy is on a godlike streak right now. So this guy is going to pump out a lot of damage. You have the Bad Rider and Coddle who can play very freely. I think if you're Boom right now, you need to try to stabilize this game a little bit. People will receive deaths. That's just going to be the nature now. I think you need to split up the map a little bit, try to get the side lanes out, and try to trade BKB charges from the Fnatic lineup over the next couple minutes. Because the only way that the PL, Kunkka, and the Veno can shine later in the game is if those BKB charges drop lower. Because currently, they're really high. Coddle hasn't even used his BKB yet. He's still on 9 seconds. He has a Dagon now for more damage too. And I think Boom really need to try to like squeeze in a Lotus Orb through the next couple minutes, because fighting head on right now is about impossible. As bottom, Palos.
Palos does have at least a Mel to avoid some of this damage. Where's the help? There's the Force Staff from Januel, making sure he gets away. DJ's nearby too, finds FPZ, and Palos still wants to fight this. No BKB available, but that's going to be enough damage to kill off his support, actually. And now Palos realizing maybe this is not the best fight to take. He's just going to fight to the death. That's his first life. Comes back with the BKB, though. Comes back with a BKB. What can they do with it? We're gonna have to see. As they finish off FBZ with a simple Illuminate. Winter's Curse setting up for the kill on Jabs, who still has his own BKB. Going for Schem next. And it's mostly the Enchantress doing the damage as Palos is now leading this charge. BKB still not committed here. Trap for Yopaj, but Palos acknowledging it's time to retreat. Now finally. Hopefully he's not forced to use his BKB, but Jackie, he wants the skill, has vision. Diffusal Blade first used, but it's Boom now, respecting Fnatic. They're too afraid to engage.
Yeah, I think I was probably hard for him to reach with the Melt Dispel and the TA still having his BKB at the ready. I think it was just hard for them to kind of squeeze through. I think right now, I'm just trying to, like, if I am in Boom's shoes right now, I'm not sure what your really next goal is here. I think what we touched on earlier with trying to lower these BKB charges and trying to squeeze out long fights, it could be good, but I really feel like they need to get a Lotus Orb later in this game, because this Bad Rider, he's just rampaging through these heroes. He's killing the Winter right now, as he should,
As he should, yeah. We were talking about how earlier he was like a tankier Bad Rider, now he's just straight up Bad Rider. It's perfect for him, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Armel plus the Bad, they've really cracked open this game with the support rotations, I think all being on point. Palos was allowed to, I think, recover very well in this game, as he did, getting to farm these creeps, recovering, picking up the Aegis, and now we have a 3-man smoke because they see FPZ in mid around these traps.
Yeah, and that means that FPZ's initiation is discovered. Like you said, the smoke is going to avoid him instead, perhaps going for the PL, trying to take a longer route. That smoke is still halfway there, so we have plenty of time for Fnatic to set up wards and everything. They take control of the triangle now.
Well, they do have Manta on the PL, so this will at least help his hero to split the lanes pretty well. The problem with Veno and Kunkka, they're not very mobile heroes, right? So asking them to run around the map and try to squeeze out the map and push out lanes is it's very difficult for them to do this.
Yeah, we're starting to see that from Boom, who is instead gathering mid. Maybe they all hold hands together. The BKBs will go away. Pray the BKB away.
What can we do here? Maybe looking for a potential way of baiting Fnatic to dive you, I think is all, like when you're behind, trying to bait the enemy team to maybe go a little too deep as Boom go up the high ground.
That is a bait, but they're losing the Winter Wyvern. At least the Winter's Curse gets used. Dagon finishes off Schem, and FBZ is now in trouble himself as Armel uses his own BKB. There we go, the power of the Golden Coddle, hoping to finish off FBZ, but FBZ with that Glimmer Keep should be safe for now. The Moonlight Shadow covering him as well. And it's only going to be a 5 for a 4 here. Not the worst trade for Boom, all things considered. Even got a couple BKBs off. Palos still has his own.
They did actually trade 1 for 1 there. Mr. Palos should be alright. Just having a little bit of poking. I think here again, you want to spread to the side lanes ASAP if you're Boom. Try and get the map a little bit pushed out. Try to get your PL closer to a Skadi. And I think the next time that you're really going to have Boom and Fnatic clash should be around the second Roche. In terms of like a bigger fight. Maybe perhaps what we see over the next 1-2 minutes are like a few skirmishes here or there, getting 1 kill here, 2 kills there. But the next big objective for both teams will be the second Roche. And I think Boom cannot allow to give it away for free. They need to already plan for this play right now, because the next Roche can respawn in a minute from now or so. So get your buybacks ready, talk about how you want to take the next fight. Maybe we need to abuse, you know, the PL's tankiness, as hold that thought. Jay, Mr. Jabs just running in like a crazy man.
And he takes FBZ. He cooks him to death. Tims is the next target, but Tim's a little bit too far away. He's out of leap charges, however, so Palos might still be able to initiate onto him. Nope, Torrent actually baits him. They have to use the BKB. Another BKB force, which means Boom can now disengage. This could be attempt at Roche now. If you're, sorry, not attempt at Roche, mind you, but they could defend Roche without the BKB on Palos, maybe.
Well, it's actually very close. If that arrow connects on the TA, he's probably just dead there. I think something else we need to think about, at least if you're in Boom's shoes, they really have to talk about their execution in terms of how can you actually connect a stun lock on a hero. Because X Torrent into arrow on a core, it's going to be very hard to pull off because they can just press BKB, right? So what I think they need to do is that you may need to have, you need a curse into arrow in the fights. It's really the only reliable setup that you have. Fnatic for now, at least, they don't have any force staffs to save the guy. So if you do manage to get a curse, they do have one on Mr. John Well with his pike. But still, if they're facing you, you get the curse into arrow. I think this is one of your win conditions in the following fight to try and execute this. And a hex on Mr. Yopaj.
Exactly. So he just bought it because he understands what you said. They need an easy way to initiate. Hex might just be that tool. And they're protecting the Roche. They know, however, the Roche is the longest Roche timer possible. Or, sorry, one of the longest. This is close to it. Does this benefit Boom? Do they want this extra time for themselves?
Honestly, I think not. No. Simply because they... Ooh, that was close. Yeah, because they just picked up the Hex, I think the surprise factor, it would have most likely just benefit them. Because now, actually, Armel, he picked up a Hex of his own. We have Jack Boys finishing up his Skadi. So even though Fnatic are 20k gold ahead, Boom definitely have some signs of life here with the timings that they're hitting. Skadi, the Hex. If they're talking about the right things now, maybe they have some buybacks. They can catch Fnatic off guard. There's definitely a way where they get a snappy kill into the Roche and they can have a comeback in this game.
Yeah, okay, that's good for Boom, who are now protecting the triangle like their life depends on it. It probably does in this particular game.
It really does.
They're trying to pierce this triangle defense. Maybe if we go here... No. A little more left. Okay, maybe that's the plan. Coddle leading. They decide maybe Jabs is better if he leads. Palos just goes in. Doesn't care. Trying to kill off the Veno. They still have a chance. FBZ. He's stuck there. Dagon to finish him off. So one kill. And with the Ava toss, maybe get another one on Scam. Winter's Curse, well set. Resets the fight at least. Scam turns into a pig though because of the Hex. And now they kill him. Collecting his ham, no BKB timing for this poor Batrider. Jabs doesn't have time to use it, and they punish him quickly enough. As the X marks the spot, would hit Palos. Do we have any follow-up? Oh, he just melted. Oh, never mind. They ignored it completely. And now Jackie's in trouble. Jackie's forced to doppelganger to the low ground. Double damage no longer here on Palos, though. Doesn't have that extra damage, and they hit him with the arrow, too. And the Torrent. But they don't have any damage beyond this poke.
Nice engage actually by Fnatic. These guys are... There's a lot of confidence in some of their plays where they TA with his DD rune. He's just like, alright, just let me go in. You know, he gives all the vision to his team. He slaps the Veno, forces a cold embrace. Then you have the Batrider come in. And it's breaking the Boom's lineups a lot. Like their positioning just gets really screwed with very fast in this game. The TA blinks in, Batrider comes, throws out 1-2 stickies, and suddenly this is not Boom's triangle anymore. It's Fnatic's triangle in the matter of like 5 seconds.
Yeah, they've already set up some aggressive vision as well in the northern side of the triangle. They dewarded the Boom's triangle, like you pointed out. So, and now does Boom keep on trying to fight and control this triangle, or do they spread out like you suggested earlier and try to ghost push all the lanes?
You can maybe have, I think. Okay, so we have a quick pause, so they're gonna have some time to think about this too. Kunkka here, he has to X mark himself or someone else to the bot lane. There's first of all too much farm and too much information going Fnatic's way. You still have the Batrider being dead. Right now, what I will do, you X mark the guy bot, you push it out, you have PL Manta the next wave top. After you make both these plays, you gather and you go for a quick surprise smoke. Like being 20k down, I think defending your triangle again, unless you're preparing right now to fight with like 3-4 buybacks, it will not work. So in my opinion, you go for an aggressive play and you try Hex into arrow, which is not easy to do because remember, there is one force staff. So I think we curse into some Torrent, bolt, follow-up Hex, stuff like this. It's hard to execute, but when you're down this much, you're going to have to take a risk to at least win this game sometimes, right? If they're going to sit back, I think they'll win this game 0 out of 10 times.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Boom is trying to do with this Moonlight Shadow, hoping to make a play here. May surprise him. Going behind Roshan here. However, the creeps have detected them, so this is no longer a surprise play. And Fnatic's like, okay, free triangle, I guess, and maybe free Roche too. They're playing around their own ward. As now it's Boom who congregates, FBZ will be the leading man. The arrow does not hit the rush, at least it's not helping the TA. Hoping for some bashes here onto Palos, maybe. Jackie giving vision with the illusions. The Enchantress keeps everyone at bay. They found the Mirana with the lasso. They should be able to finish her off. Tims is down.
That's a dieback.
No more arrows. That is a dieback.
That's hard.
Oh, the TA just walked in. He got hexed immediately. There's a BKB still on her though, but no time to use it. There we go. Ghost Ship misses. Palos is gonna die here regardless. That Winter's Curse, luckily everyone's BKB'd around Palos, but he's dead no matter what. The rest of the team needs to cover for him as FBZ gets burst on by the Illuminate. Yopaj TP's in the middle of the fight, unsuccessful. And they also catch FBZ as he has no time to TP. Scam gets hexed. His TP is also cancelled as Januel is tanking the PL solo. Scam will fall here. And Fnatic, they have no buyback on Palos. They can't really help their team out. So it's just going to be Armel trying to deal with the PL. And apparently the damage is too high. Jackie, no chance to retaliate. Carry just got handled.
Man, this Eng, he's dealing way too much damage. It's
he's doing so well.
No surprise that he does end up going down. At some point, Jack was like, yo, I'm taking you with me. And he sits on the Eng for like 10 seconds. But this Kato needs to not be underestimated, especially now in the late game. He has his 25 talent on the Illuminate. This guy is pumping out heals over every few seconds. Yeah. He keeps killing all the illusions. I must say I'm a little surprised that Boom in that fight didn't opt to spam some buybacks on their Conquer Veno and Winter. The PL was still in somewhat of a fighting shape, and when I saw him double in, it kind of looked like as if he thought his team was going to come and help him out, which is, in my opinion, probably a play that they should have gone for. But again, Fnatic played the fight beautifully. It's a lot easier for them to do it as they're up 20k gold, but they're using the heroes well. They're using their spells in a very nice way. Jonwell just keeps pumping out all this damage with his impetus, and I think now Roshan is going to be on the menu.
Yep. I think Jonwell took your words to heart, right? You said Enchantress to be there, like tank some of the fights, be in the forefront, and he's doing that. BKB hurt.
He's making sure.
Yeah. The Blast Break, how much does that help you as well if you're the Enchantress here? Do you think that it helps him man up a lot? Is that one of the lucky drops?
It helps him a lot. Like the bonus armor is something that works really well on the hero. You don't really buy a lot of armor items. Medallion is like out of favor for this hero. So having more armor is great. Having the disarm against a PL and like dealing damage to illusions, whatever, is also very good. As here we could see again, PL goes down. Some buybacks were available, so again, need to question that a little bit. But I like, Boom, I can still see from how they're playing that they're talking about what they want to do in these fights, right? They keep trying to execute a curse into arrow or a clutch hex into torrent, burst this one core fast, and then try to help each other out. That's Fnatic.
Yeah, they initiate immediately onto the Winter Wyvern. No Winter's Curse for this fight. Palos not afraid of death either. And once again, it gets hexed into the Torrent, into the Ghost Ship. Everything for Palos. And they managed to finish him off quickly. Or maybe not. Refraction, saving his life. Palos still alive. They force a Winter's Curse onto him. Palos with a sliver of HP, but somehow not dying just yet. There's the Splinter Blast to make sure he does go down. Chaz is forced to TP, but the damage is too high. The arrow hits as well, so he's going to go down. Januel couldn't be the tank, and this time they're going to punish him for all the plays he made earlier.
Where's the Blast Rig now, bro?
He's gonna BKB TP, and no way. This Enchantress actually unkillable. A Fnatic still lost 2 heroes here, and a Boom.
Okay, let's see. This is actually Roche for a Boom, unless Fnatic don't want to give this up, which means they will have to double buyback if they want to contest this. I don't think 1 buyback should be enough, but let's see how much they respect it. It looks like they will respect it enough, at least for now. I would like to see if, they do change their mind.
Boom will scout out DJ here with the Shadow Blade. Instead, Armel would be a much more valuable target, but immediately the BKB gets popped.
Forced.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. They're actually getting back into this.
Boom are making some very... Yopaj right now, this Hex, this guy has some quick fingers, my friend. This TA, Palos, you better pre-BKB the next time you blink into this man, because this guy is getting insta-Hex into instant Torrent every fight. And I think you cannot allow this to happen one more time. So right now, Boom, they're kind of owning right now. Insta-Hex, kill the TA, keep the fight going. Now you force a Bad Rider, buyback. After that, you get the Coddle to BKB. So it's another 50 seconds. So I like that Boom are, pressing forward on the map. They're the ones, even though they're 20,000 gold down, they're controlling this map, at least right now.
Yes, the Hex once again instant. This time it's for DJ though. He has no BKB to save himself, so he's most likely going to go down here. DJ, some help from the Illuminate, but unfortunately, a tidal wave will make sure he stays in place and kills him off. As Jabs gets caught with a Winter's Curse, they could continue this. There's the buyback immediately from Fnatic. And the BKB from Palos is quick as well. They knew the Hex is on cooldown regardless, so Palos a little bit more safe, but the BKB is going to run out. Dagon for FPZ.
Fnatic needs
Someone
to be careful.
kill FPZ. Armel got hexed. The arrow though won't hit because the Force Staff saves him, but Tidal Wave brings him back into the fight. Armel has that BKB, he's gonna go down. Paul's also forced to blink back to safety. DJ comes back in to finish off FPZ, and now is Jean-Well the target as from behind. Jab tries to finish off Yopaj, but Yopaj is a bit too tanky with the Skunka. So here comes Jean-Well, hoping the Enchanters can help him out. There's the impetus, and he does get the kill onto the enemy mid laner, but Jabs, he got hit by the last stack of Arctic Burn, and with Jackie, they'll be able to finish him off. Jean-Well, however, a bit too tanky. PL's committing for the skill, giving Jean-Well more mana, which means more damage. They just can't kill the Enchantress. But Palos the kill they can totally take. Refraction's done. They actually can see him. Jean-Well, he is not the target anymore. They just go for his carry and finish him off, as this Shed Enchantress manages to make it out of here alive, but without a carry to help her out. They don't have what it takes to defend this Roche, and Boom has actually turned this around for now.
Boom is back. Their base is receiving a little bit of damage from the 8 billion creeps that have been there for like the last 3 minutes. You have even DJ, he's trying to poke down around bottom a bit, because they know they cannot contest this Roche right now, and Boom are... they're actually on fire. They're turning it up right now. The way that they're playing, moving around, and now you can... We're starting to see these lower BKBs and getting to pop a BKB, disengaging. It's really starting to hurt them. This PL is out of range where you're not killing this guy easily anymore. And like, you know, all the damage from the Bad Rider and the Kato, it's starting to taper off a bit, especially against this guy. The Hex are coming in clutch, even the tidal waves from Yopaj, the arrows on top. Fnatic need to step it up, I think, right now to... Even though it looks like they're ahead, but I think this win probability is starting to shift heavily back into Boom's favor.
Okay, so what could they do?
They're still behind in win probability, I'm sure, but, you know, it's... This is a scary point of the game. You're ahead a lot of the time, you make one mistake, and second Roche is always a very iffy part of the game. Because buybacks messing up one fight, they suddenly get an Aegis, they get a shard on a hero, he gets, you know, fed up with some gold. It's, yeah, it's starting to get a little bit troublesome for Fnatic now.
So what do you think Fnatic needs to be wary of in these initiations to make sure they don't give up completely? Like, how does the ideal team fight go for Fnatic here?
So Fnatic right now, they need to make sure that when these fights start, that first of all, they need to be patient with their BKBs. So this means that when the fight starts, if you use a BKB or 2 or even 3, you better be killing some heroes, right? Like, they need a good jump. Ideally, the Bad Rider, he gets a Blink Lasso. Again, I think Winter Wyvern, probably one of the best catches that they have. Make sure that you don't bait each other to, you know, help you in scenarios that you don't want to, because it's starting to be a little weird in terms of how you want to fight. Like now this PL, the game has changed a bit. The PL can now be this roadblock that just runs into you, and you need to actually ignore this guy. So Fnatic now, they need a proper jump and make sure that their BKB usage is on point. It's actually the most important part, because now these long fights, you are not running away anymore from this Boom lineup. These Venom wards now with the PL chasing you down, you will die without BKB.
Indeed, with the Plague Ward cooldown now being taken out. Oh no, Armel! He got hexed by Yopaj, sent back into the tidal wave. He still has the BKB, but I don't think he's going to have time to use it. The damage is going to be too high. Jackie gets a free kill here. Oh, that's no buyback either on Armel. Oh, that old man seemed lost there.
I wonder. So, man, Yopaj is...
Early onset dementia, you know.
This guy is very impressive. What he's doing right now on this Kunkka is...
On this Hex,
insanely high tier. This Hex pickup and now the Blink Dagger. He's working into a Refresher. They have this gem now too. And this is where net worths, they start being a bit weird. Because now like hero matchups and how you play fights, they matter a lot more. Because as I'm saying, Fnatic might be ahead in terms of the net worth. Well, I would rather be Boom right now. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, even in morale as well, right? When you're the team that's clawing back, you feel much stronger than the team who's
They also
lost
like the items are starting to come in too. The Mirana Wraith Pact. FPZ's utility build is starting to come through as well. He has the Heaven's Halberd against the TA, especially now the lower the BKBs go as they fish him out.
Oh no, the Hex! Palos, I think he's been more pig than human this whole game, finally acting in the BKB. He says, no, I am done with this animal farm thing. But unfortunately, Palos doesn't have too much time. The tidal wave is perfectly calculated, which allows him to punish Palos' early BKB. And he's done for.
Ooh la la. Yeah, Boom is in favor of this game, even though they are down in net worth. And it's not gonna look any better. Like, these three heroes, you cannot defend this base. You can maybe delay it, but you need to be careful even then. Like, if Yopaj has an angle, you have a blink hex into tidal wave as actually the Eng. I didn't realize this until now. My friend's got a Radiance.
Oh my god. Chadwell, what? This is an interesting build. Is this the best item you could possibly build against the PL? Is it for the mischance?
It's the one that you need to respect, at least. So
sure, yeah.
They understand they've got a PL problem, right? They were able to deal with him for a long time. Now they maybe misplayed a few team fights. Boom are going to pick up the melee Rex here. More gold coming their way. More map control is going to come their way too. DJ doing a good job at, trying to nullify that a little bit. But they know there's a PL problem. And it is starting to be very, very apparent. You cannot deal with him. So Mjolnir Shiva, as they catch Mr. Jabs, gets hexed. X mark.
This is no way they get Jabs too. He has BKB TP. Jabs,
he is hasted.
He's
so
trying to just outrun
there's gonna
this.
be a curse. Blink curse.
Oh. Just run, Jabs. Run, blink. He's fine. He's fine.
Okay, this guy is too slippery.
Oh, I thought that was a voice line for a second, Kez. That was very unfair. We should submit that.
Maybe in the future. All right, Aegis is expiring. Let's see. What do we do here? Okay. Boom are going for a farm and smoke. If you are Fnatic, what the hell do you do now? Because when this PL runs with you, you better know what you're doing. You better know if you're all in committing and ignoring him and try to somehow go behind him. Which seems very hard because I'm not sure how the TA will deal damage running through the PL. So I feel like you need to do with some blink, lasso, bring a guy in, have the TA slap him, and then reset once again. Like a full-on 5-on-5 team fight, I actually think it's impossible at this stage anymore for Fnatic to take it.
Okay, that seems like a tall order to be able to defeat them. What is the best? How do they increase their chances? Is it just deep pushing the lane as much as possible and hoping for these pickoffs to happen with superior map vision?
I think again you need to be creative. Perhaps try to go around. They are smoked up right now, and I think they cannot go on the PL unless they clutch him. So they need to go around, which is what they're looking for.
Yes, Tims. But the Aeon just saves him. There's the Moonlight
Jack
Shadow used as well. They're going for Janwell, however. He's the perfect tank, as they also hexed up DJ. Janwell healing back up. They're trying to deal with the Enchantress, but he's too strong. So DJ it is instead. The team fight separates. Just concerned with what they have to do with this Enchantress. Everyone in Fnatic just retreats. Not too many BKBs used, just DJs. Not that big a deal. Aeon distriggered from the Vandal as well.
This is an opening.
This is an opening, and Jabs goes forward directly. Going for Scam, but Scam had to set a cap, which saves him from the lasso. And that's why Scam doesn't die just yet. DJ might just die as well here. As, yep, he is going to fall to the silence.
Yo, tip Yopaj right now. Someone tip this man. This guy just insta X-mark the lasso to break it. This guy's a fucking monster.
Okay,
get this man out of this game. There's some illegal shit going on.
Yep, they actually had to. That's why his name is inverted, right? His real name being Japoy, because if the police catch him, it's a big problem in this game.
They're not allowed to know.
Oh, look at this, another Hex, man. Someone stop this man. He's the Ham Collector. He wants Jabs, but Jabs is the Aeon this time. However, he gets pushed back to the tidal wave, and that little push might just be enough to doppelganger up to the high ground. They have vision of him. Jabs, you're not getting away. Yopaj the Butcher.
Yeah. What is there even to say? They're even going for more. This guy ain't done yet. He's fishing.
Yeah. No way. He catches Armel. He saw vision of him. They didn't have Hex.
It's gonna be alright. They need to start looking at their base a bit. We have some pings coming out on the tier 4s. Both Scam and Mr. Jackie are pinging out their tier 4s. I mean, there's not in too much danger, but you don't really want to give up. As Mr. Palos, he's ready again. The agent.
Yeah, the agent worked, man. Agent Palos got Tims this time. And he can still TP back.
Little return kill. I must say I like how Fnatic were playing that fight in starters. Now, you want to start with a lasso, yeah, but there's Aeon disc, right? The Mirana has an Aeon disc, the Veno has an Aeon disc. So they're like kiting a lot with like the Dagon, try to pop a disc here, probably pop one there. Then Jabs found the Winter, who I guess he just picked up the Aeon disc now because the cooldown is the lowest, so he didn't have it before. But then the clutch X mark to interrupt this play. And now what we see, Palos is actually drawing on the bottom minimap. He knows that somebody used Glyph on Boom earlier, like a minute ago. So they know that they have a win condition here. They understand that they cannot win a teamfight anymore. So they know why teamfight them when we can just all in our bodies at the throne and try to kill it.
No! P for pig! I never thought of that before. Palos, he's screwed. There's nothing he can do. No time for the BKB. They catch him again. Double hex on the refresher, by the way. What a pickup by Yopaj.
This guy is...
Good God, dude.
Some illegal shit going on. Investigate this, man. Okay, luckily for Fnatic, their timing has not closed. The Glyph is still on cooldown for 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And I actually think it's not that bad of a play. You either try to go for that, you do some all-in play with the Glyph being down, as Jabs was trying to fish for the winter bottom, didn't quite catch him. Or you need to start working at new ways to scale your heroes. I think DJ working on an Aghanims could be a good shot in this game. He can split his Echo. I don't know if they will allow him to do it. He bought shards, so never mind. Because Jackboys is here knocking at his front door.
Oh no, not the Enchantress this time. She's the true carry of this game, and Januel dies. All hope goes away. And now the split push begins as Fnatic. Nope, they decide to TP back actually. As we only Jabs. Perhaps he's only disturbing here as the Coddle. As we don't push it instead, Armel.
He's getting recalled on
He's
TA.
recalling someone. It's the TA. Okay, Palos is hitting the tier 4 staff. Palos avoids this. He got Heaven's Halberd, however. And once again, it's Yopaj stopping Agent P. Agent P gets the BKB though. They're going for the throne, and they're gonna do it just with a charge from the Tiny alone. That throne's going down. Fnatic did it. There's no Glyph. Oh, Palos died, but it was all for the good of his team. Truly a hero.
They canceled the Winter Wyverns teleport. I think it was Jabs in the base. Oh man, he was so fast.